Uh, Josphat, for that great introduction. We feel honored to be part of the team that is talking to our members and the guests tonight. So I'll give my introduction. My name is Elizabeth Jeruto. I'm married. I'm seated next to my husband, Charles Bett. And between us, we have three children, two teenage twin, boy and girl, and a 3-year old. The business, this opportunity found us 6 months ago. And I must say it's the best thing that ever happened to us because we are both employed and we have two salaries. And someone would be wondering, how would you look for something extra? You have two people working and that income should be enough. But we found out that with time, that what we earn is not sufficient, and we find ourselves going around in circles month in and month out. And when this opportunity was shared to us, we said, why not? It's the best because it's a business that you can do it from wherever you are. You can do it part time, like we've done. And so far, we've seen tremendous changes in our lives, both personally and even money wise. As I've said, we've been in the business for the last 6 months, and this level we've reached, we are really excited. We are at the level of Emerald directors, and we are really excited. Our future is bright, and I know we are going far. So I'll go now to sharing my screen to take us through the opportunity. I'll be sharing about the health and how you make money in this opportunity because I know any guest who's been invited here would really want to know what is it all about. So I'm going to be telling you about that. Then later on, we are going to have our leader is going to share with us about the lifestyle, and finally we'll get to hear about his story. What are we? We are on a mission to make the world a healthier and a happier place. Because without health, there's really nothing much that any one of us can do. If you're not healthy, if you're not feeling well, you'll always be just sitting around and depending on other people, and you may not have a livelihood. So we say your health is your greatest wealth. That is what we advocate for, and that is what we are all about. So we advocate for health whereby you are able to generate wealth. So what are the pillars that really support this health that we are talking about? One, we have sleep, which is rest. We are told that we need to sleep between 6 and 8 hours every day. So when you go to bed, ensure that is the number of hours you sleep, and it is deep sleep. Sleep whereby you get interruptions in the night, you don't hear vehicles moving around at night, then you will know that you've really gotten a good rest. So then the other thing we talk about is exercise. So you need between 30 minutes of exercise every day for you to be able to ensure that you are healthy, you keep your heartbeat high, you sweat, and you remove the waste in your body. So it's good 30 minutes of exercise 3 to 5 days in a week. Then good nutrition. This is what you feed into your body. What gets into your mouth that goes into your body. It's really key. You need to ensure that you are taking things that are really feeding your body. So we'll be seeing the foods that we eat and what it really does to our bodies. There are two categories or types of food that are displayed on my screen. We have the foods below. Those are the foods that when we eat, we are feeding disease. Things like chips, that is fries. We have pizza, we have hamburgers, and all that. So when we eat that, we are feeding disease, and we'll see later the result of eating that kind of way. So the best way to eat is what is shown on the upper side of my screen. You can see green apple, there's broccoli, there are tomatoes. Those are just but a few. Those are the foods that we need to be eating for us to ensure we have good nutrition. Then we have our World Health Organization that has recommended for us the way we should eat, the way we should live, so that we get maximum health that we need to be able to go about our duties, make money, and all that. So the first thing we need to start with is physical activity and weight management. Physical activity, as I've talked about, is the exercise that you need to do so that you get the right weight as per your height and all that. We talk about the BMI, that is, we should keep it at the recommended levels of between 18 and 25. Then the other thing that we really need to watch on is the taking unrefined grains. So sometimes it's difficult to get this, especially in the urban centers, but what is recommended is the whole grains so that we don't take the very refined foods and start feeding disease and welcoming the chronic diseases. Then the other thing we really need to take in large amounts is the fruits and vegetables. We are recommended to eat between 5 and 9 differently colored fruits. So it is key for us to eat that so that we are also able to boost our immunity to get the maximum benefit out of it. Then for proteins, we are supposed to take 20 grams a day. And we recommend, or World Health Organization recommends the white meats, the likes of chicken, fish, and omena if you can have it. Then fats and sugars. So that is the list of what we should be taking. 2 teaspoons of sugar and very little fat. So that is the way WHO has recommended. But what have we done? What have you and me done? We've gone ahead to eat what I was talking about, the unhealthy way, because you find that when you're even giving a treat to our children, when you're taking them out to eat, what do we buy? Do we buy the organic foods, or do we go for the chips, the burgers, and the like? So if we eat like that lady is eating, we will turn our triangle the upside down. So what should be eaten in minimal amounts, we are taking in large quantities. What should be in large quantities, we are taking very small quantities. So when we do that, what happens? So we are going to see the diseases that we are welcoming. When we eat the way that lady is eating, what comes? A prediction had been done that by 2020, which was last year, 3 out of every 4 deaths will be accounted for by these chronic diseases. And I know each one of us knows someone who suffered from any of these diseases, or we even ourselves, some of us have suffered from some of them. So you can now know where those diseases have come from. Heart disease, that is hypertension or high blood pressure, cancer, diabetes, stroke, obesity, and all that. So that has come as a result of our way of eating. So then a solution came. Somebody by the name Jerry Brasfield, at the age of 19, after suffering from asthma and being cured by taking organic foods, decided, hey, I cannot just benefit alone. I need to also help others. So at the age of 19, he started this company called Neolife. And that was in 1958. He started it in the US. 1971, it came to South Africa, to Kenya in 1996. And for you who is a visitor today, it is coming to you. And the company has spread to over 56, actually it's over 60, almost 60 countries to date. So the backbone of this company, why it's been in existence for all that long, is the values, the core values that it has stood with. Absolute integrity. People are number one. Products that work. We have equal opportunity for all. It doesn't matter your age. And then a long-range vision. As I've said, the company has been in existence for more than 60 years. So it has a long-range vision. It is there to stay. Then we have this scientific advisory board that is able to advise on the product that is produced. So they ensure that the products are chemical-free. They say they do what they say it does. And as you can see, most of them are PhD holders. So the products are really credible. Then the solution now that came, you remember that our triangle was upside down if we ate how we were eating. So they came up with a solution in form of a product called ProVitality. So ProVitality comes in a box. It has 30 sachets, and in each sachet, as you can see up there, has 4 products. And each product is able to address each of the gaps that we have in terms of what we feed our bodies with. But there's one that you really need to work on, me and you, that is on the exercise, physical activity. That one you cannot delegate. You cannot give it to somebody else to do the workout or the exercise for you. That one you have to do it. So for wallings, we have the 3 in, it's 3 in 1. Then for fruits and vegetables, we have carotenoid, and we'll also look at carotenoid. It also has other functions in our bodies. Then we have the salmon oil or omega-3, which supplements the proteins, fats, and sugars. Then for the children, we have Liquivite, which is the liquid version of this product. Then the fourth product, sorry, I didn't mention, is the multivitamin, the essential vitamin and mineral. So that makes the 4 products in that Pro Vitality pack. So if you're able to take it, you're able to turn your triangle the right side up. So in this time of corona, the coronavirus in itself is a viral disease, and as you are aware, most viral diseases really don't have a cure. So it's your body to fight the virus. Even the flu, the cold and flu, it's your body to fight it. So we need to boost our immunity, and when we want to boost our immunity, what are the products that we need? So we need zinc, we need all C, which is a chewable version of vitamin C. So the all C can be taken by the small children. Then for people with very low immunity, or they have a chronic illness and their immunity is very low, they need a stronger immune boosting supplements. And we have it in form of phytodefense. So you can see down there's cruciferous, flavonoid, and carotenoid. So you take 1 plus 2 plus 3. That is the way you should take that phytodefense. So, and we are told that when you take the carotenoid, you boost your immunity by up to 37% in only 20 days. So it's really a very effective product to boost our immunity, especially during this time. Then for those who are not able to control their eating habits or their hunger pangs, so that they keep eating through and through, and they are not able to manage their weight. So we have this product called Neolife Shake. It is protein with the 22 amino acids and fiber. So when you take this, you are able to control your hunger. What it does is that it does not spike your sugar, so you really don't feel that hunger, and hence you reduce the frequency of eating, because as you are aware, weight is mainly what you eat, what goes into your mouth. So if you reduce the frequency of getting something into your mouth, you're able to cut on your weight. Then we have the Neolife Tea, which is really key. It gives you energy that you need throughout the day. So then we'll have the children program on nutrition. We have the omega-3. This one is really key, and everyone should have this in their homes because it really sharpens the brains of our children. And even for expectant mothers, it's recommended because it really boosts their immunity, and even the child, when they are born, they are born sharp, and they're able to gain the milestones when they are supposed, if they are supposed to crawl at this number of months, they'll do that. And even at school, they'll be able to perform even better than the other children. So it's something that is recommended for our children. Then we have the Vita Square, which has 3 We have VitaGuard, which has carotenoid and flavonoid blend. Then we talked about the Liquivite. Then on the other hand, we now have the herbal alternative range. We have the Herbal Rest and Relax. This product is very good for us to get the enough sleep, especially for those people who lack sleep in the middle of the night. If you take this, you're able to rest throughout the night. Then Feminine Herbal is very good for the women. It's able to balance their hormones. And even during menopause, it's really key because they're able to manage it. Then we have the Herbal Respiratory Formula, which is very good for our respiratory system, and especially those suffering from respiratory conditions like asthma and allergies. Then for the men, we have the Masculine Herbal, which really works on their prostate system, and they're able to function well. Then we have the Aloe Vera Plus. It's a wonderful juice that is very nice for our stomach and our gut. So it's able to help us, especially if we have constipation issues, bloating issues, and all that. Then the next range we have is the golden home care. This is taking care of our homes to ensure they are clean, they are chemical free, and they are friendly to our hands and the environment. So we have the LDC, which is light duty concentrate. You need to dilute it with 5 liters of water, so it is very economical. 5 liters of 6 liters of soap is quite a lot, and this one you can use it for so many other functions around the home. You can use it to bathe, you can use it to wash your utensils, wash your vegetables and fruits, and so many other things around the home. Super 10 is a good stain remover. So if you have clothes with stains, that one will really work wonders for you. Then we have the G1. G1 is very good for cleaning our clothes. So instead of using a lot of force and energy to clean our clothes with detergents that we get from the supermarkets or the shops, we have the G1. Just use a little in water, soak your clothes for 2 hours, then you just come and remove and they are clean. Then we have the skincare range, very good for our skin. So it's age defying and cell activating system. So you look younger for longer. Those who've used it can attest. And it leaves your skin supple and very good. So we have for different skin types, that's normal to dry or normal to oily. So we have the cleansing milk. So this range is for dry skin. So you have the cleansing milk, you have the balancing tonic, you have the ultra hydrating serum, and then you have the ultra moisturizing cream. So if you use this routine every day for a month, you will see a very big change. And people will even tell you you're looking younger, you're getting younger instead of older. So it's really a wonderful product for our skin. Then finally, we have the farm care, which is called Supergrow. Supergrow is a wonder drop. It's very good because it reduces the surface tension of water, so it makes water wetter. So even if there is only dew that appears in the morning, so with Supergrow, it's able to enable that dew to be sipped under the soil, and it helps the roots. It can be used alongside the pesticide, so it will act as a sticker and a spreader at the same time. So the pesticides that you've sprayed will stay longer in the leaf, and it will even go up to even underneath the leaf, and it's going to protect it from all the pests, and you're able to even increase your yields with this Supergrow. So the farmers and the people who've used it have really given a testimony that it's really a wonder drop. So now we've talked about health, because we've said health is your greatest wealth. So when you have health, you're able to create wealth. So in this opportunity, we've talked about being healthy, how to become healthy. Then where is the money? So I know each one of us had a dream, at least when we were young. We were dreaming to drive the top of the range cars, the Range Rovers, the Prados. We were also dreaming to have a lot of money, like that lady. You can see she's even smiling. I mean, money brings everything. So then there are those who have been dreaming of traveling the world. You can see there are so many destinations shown there. There are those that want to own dream homes with swimming pools, or homes on the beach or at the beach. So there's so much that each one of us is dreaming about or was dreaming about, and this opportunity is going to give you exactly that. So we are told that there are 4 categories of earning an income, which is summarized in the cash flow quadrant. So I know each one of us can look at that diagram and picture yourself. Where are you at the moment? For me, at the moment, I'm employed, though I'm working this opportunity and I know I will shift to the other side. So some of you are self-employed, and I know very few of us in this call are in the B and the I, that is on the right side. And you can see on the left-hand side, there's so much stress, there's so much struggle, there's so much pain. People are really suffering, and we are told that 95% of the population are there, and they only own 5% of the wealth. So it's good to be honest with yourself and ask yourself, where do you belong? And you're told that on the right hand side, where there is freedom, there's happiness, there's everything that you want, only 5% of the population belong there, and they own 95% of the wealth. So it's good to always ask yourself, which quadrant do you belong? And this opportunity can really shift you from the left hand side to the right hand side. Instead of following the traditional way of employment, self-employment, to business builder and then eventually an investor, this opportunity can enable you to jump from the left hand side to the right hand side. So how does it do that? So you benefit by partnering with Neolife. So we say that you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. What do we mean by that? So you can see yourself in the middle, and what is surrounding you is what the company Neolife is offering you in this opportunity. It's giving you products. It has done research and it has imported the products. It's here in our market. It is giving you a free website. You don't have to pay anything extra. It's giving you IT, it's giving you ordering, it's giving you literature materials, it's giving you distribution, it's giving you everything that you need to prosper in this opportunity. So you only need to do what? To partner. That is all you need. And to partner, what do you need? You need to pay 7,360 or 8,970. So you can see below there the various options. The 8,970 you get the Provitality, then the 7,360 you get the home care, and the other one you get tree and N. And then of course what is universal to each of the options is that kit. You can see that bag written Neolife, and inside it, what is there? You have the international license, meaning you can do your business anywhere in the world. Then you have literature materials telling you more about the business, about the products and all that. Then you have your own website. Then, of course, I've talked about the product that you get according to the option you've taken. Then there's free delivery of these kits anywhere in the country. If you're in Turkana, if you're in Mombasa, anywhere in the country, it will be delivered for free. And of course, if you choose the option for Provitality, it will help you to turn your triangle the right side up. So after you've partnered, what is your work? What are you supposed to do? There are 4 daily success habits or things that you need to do once you've partnered. 1, you use the product. So already you've been given a product. When you join, you're given a product, so start using it. When you start using it, you're able to share with others your experience or what you got out of it. So when you share with them, there are those that will say, I need that product. So you sell to them and you get profit. There are those that will tell you, hey, I also want to earn that extra money. How do I go about it? So they'll join you, and now you start building your business. Then you also get free training, just like you're doing right now. When you train, you get to learn more about the opportunity. You get to get testimonies from others. Then you continue doing the business, or you order additional products other than what you're given. You do 100 points, you are recognized as a qualified distributor. So once you're a qualified distributor, after joining, you show other people, your friends, how this business operates. They also do 100 points, and together when you do 500 points, the company recognizes you as a manager, pays you 2,500, and also recognizes you by giving you a manager pin or badge. Then you continue doing the same, sharing the opportunity, sharing the product with others. You rise to, and the people you showed become managers, and you rise to the level of senior manager, and you earn 25,000, and you're recognized as a senior manager, and you're given a senior manager badge. Then you continue doing the same. So the people you brought in, they've also grown. They've come to the level of senior manager. When they come to the level of senior manager, yourself, you become a director. And when you become a director, you earn 90,000 Kenya shillings, and you're given a director pin. You're recognized as a director. So in summary, that is the steps that you take. From the time you join, you become a distributor all the way up to the president team. And you can see on the right, that is the money that, or the bonus that you are paid from the company. So until that, I think I'm done on my side. I'm going to hand it over to our leader, Josphat. I'll stop sharing my screen so that he can pick it up from there. So thank you so much for listening to me. Until next time, thank you.
Wow, amazing. Congratulations, Elizabeth and Charles. That's just amazing. And a very clear presentation. I wish when I came in, I was taken through such an excellent presentation. For me, with all respect to any Army people in the call, mine was done by an Army man. Do I have to tell you how tough it was to even comprehend where we are coming from and where we are going? And for you, you've gotten it from the best. They are among our newest directors, and we are so excited about that. So thank you so much. Now, our dear guests, that is what we invited you here for. And if you have been keen enough, you can tell that there is no doubt your life will never be the same again. It happens that I was invited in the same way. Kariuki Josphat is my name. Married to one Piaros Cherotich. And we are blessed with 4 young children. I remember when this opportunity found us 10 years ago, going to 11 years, we were too busy trying to have ends meet. By that time, my wife Piaros was a high school teacher teaching physics and mathematics with the TSC. I was personally a full-time lecturer in the university here in Nairobi at Catholic University of Eastern Africa, computer science. And one would wonder then, why did we have to join this opportunity? You know, sometimes it's good to really be very realistic. For those of us who are working, we are admired by those who perhaps are not lucky to be working. But I realized that there is the expectation and there is the reality. So what happens is that in 2010, July, one man visited us in our house. Piaros was the target because this is a relative to Piaros, my wife. And she was being showed how to resize her body. You know, she was too blessed, horizontally blessed. We say that vertical dimension is God-given, horizontal dimension is your own effort. I can tell you, I had worked hard to have her to that size because she's important. I come from Kirinyaga and I imported her all the way from Kericho. So I had to take care so that my in-laws don't feel that like she's going hungry. Unfortunately, I overdid it. She became too huge. You are talking of around 124 kgs. She couldn't even walk properly. I can see Silas Muna has put on the face because she saw how she was the other day, you know. If you were running from any danger, she was always the first one to be caught. So when the cousin saw that she was really suffering, he came to, you know, save her. Fortunately for me, while she was going through the presentation and they mentioned something about money in passing, I became curious. Where I come from, Central, we are not allergic to money. So I became curious. I wanted to understand more about the money bit. It took me a very short time to really understand where the money was. And I had to join. The reason is, there is the life I was living before then, and it wasn't very exciting. I wanted to change that big time. Number one, I used to work so hard. Have you seen hardworking people? Even in the university, I'm one of those characters. who got first-class honors in physics and mathematics. I'm sure you are clapping for me inwardly. You know, I believe in working so hard. So when I got a job, I worked so hard. I started combining with other part-time jobs so that I can be rich. But I realized the harder I worked, the broker I became. And I was wondering what could be happening, because every time I'm paid, the money could not even go to the second week of the month. The money couldn't get finished, and there was too much months remaining unfinished. And I started sliding into debt. I know some of us here can identify with what I'm sharing here. Now I'm too busy, I don't have time for my family. Yet I am not really having too much money that I can say, you see why I'm busy. That's the life that I was living then. Now, I also discovered that any small project I had to do, I had to go for a loan from the bank. You can see Chris Muindi here is a banker. And you know, sometimes they tempt us to keep on getting loan. Whenever I was about to clear a loan, they would call me. Kariuki, we've seen you are repaying the loan so well, we can give you a top up. So I was depending on top up, and it became so hard for me to really be free financially. I think if I just continued with that kind of life, today I would be too broke. You know, you want to drive a car and you go for a loan, then it means the car is not yours. You get a mortgage, or you get some money to buy a house, and you are paying interest to the bank. So that's the life I was living, and I wasn't happy about that. I was paying rent in Nairobi every single month. I think of all the expenses I had, the most painful one was paying rent. It's only that I had no option. Can you imagine? That time, those who are in Nairobi, you know, Kao and Danny, that's where I was paying rent, 24,000 Kenya shillings. Every single month, I would go to my pocket and get 24,000 Kenya shillings, non-refundable. Yani imeenda tu hivyo, sitawaiona tena. And the following month, I repeat the same thing. Now that is 48. Can you imagine doing that for 5 years? How much money have you lost? You know, sometimes you don't do that mathematics. So when this opportunity came to me, ladies and gentlemen, I had no option than to take it up, because I was told that I can be able to drive the car of my dream. That time, guess which car I was driving? Not even a bicycle. I was using Route 11, you know Route 11? And I've told you I was a lecturer in the university. Now you can see the contrast. In the university, in the lecture halls, I would teach so well. You know, you can see I can teach, by the way, given space at time. I could teach the students so well, and they were like, this guy is like he has, you know, eaten a computer. He's teaching computer science as if he has already digested one. But then now, after the lectures, we could walk to the stage. And you know, now I am told, it's only that I'm seated, you can't tell. And sometimes it would rain. And now it's running with my students. And some would even offer, those who had the cars would offer to give me a lift. Now, if you are a lecturer, surely, will you accept to be given a lift by your own student? Because now at one point then, you'll not even fail them a cut, because they are the ones who give you the lift. So I would pretend that I don't, you know, I love walking, you know, so that they don't give me the lift. Anyway, it was so embarrassing. So there is no way I would have ignored this opportunity. Then I asked myself, what do I have to lose? And what if what they have promised me became a reality? They told me that I can live in the best place. I can have a house of my choice. And I say, this is where I belong. I remember when I married Pieros, okay, for me to marry her, you know, gentlemen in the house, the way you come with the proposals and, you know, you promise so much. I told her, my friend, if you accept that I marry you, you will never believe it. Now, she obviously had to follow me, because if that is a promise. But then, after a couple of years into the marriage, again, she could not believe what she was going through. And I told her she will never believe. But now, this time round, it was negatively. She couldn't believe that there is no car. We are living in some squeezed house and all that. Actually, I want to show you the kind of life that we were living before then. Allow me to share just a little bit. Because sometimes people think that we are any better than them. No. We all start the same point. Now, if you look at the left-hand side, that is me. I was at my best then. That is 2010. That was me at the best. You can be sure that was on a Sunday. That photo was taken on a Sunday. Those who live in such houses, it's not fun. You'll once in a while collide with your neighbors. Now, with that kind of life, and you are promised that you can live the life on the right-hand side, how could you hesitate? Now, look at today. Although I didn't have any car, now look at the machine. Wind loves talking of machines. When he came in, he told me he wants to drive this machine in a few years' time, and it's becoming a reality very fast. Now, that was then. Now, anytime we had celebrations, we used to celebrate birthdays. Now, I want you to look at how I was treating the birthday girl. That's a cake, by the way, although it looks like ugali, it is a cake, real cake. And she could appreciate that. So it's good to remember where we are coming from. But now look at today on the right-hand side, that is after. When we have a birthday, we celebrate in the beaches of the world. You see the one at the bottom there, this one here, we were in a 7-star hotel, Emirates Paris. So it doesn't matter where you are right now, you can go to wherever you want in life. That's my message to each one of us. Now, we all started down here. I remember 2010, July on 17th, that's when we started as distributors. We had some fears, but we couldn't be held back by those fears. My fear was, now, I don't know how to sell. How will I do it? But then I realized that it's not a must that you do the business of selling. Ours as professionals is networking. You use the products and then you have other people joining and they take advantage of the products. And that's how you build a very huge business. My other challenge was, where will I get time from? Too busy. But then I analyzed my 24 hours and I realized that out of the 24 hours, I could work for 8 hours. I sleep for 8 hours in quotes. You don't sleep 8 hours in Nairobi, you'll be very broke. And then I'm left with 8 hours that I could not account for. And I realized I was wasting time in that. I could watch TV every time I have some time, just for laughter, those stations for laughter. I could just walk around, loitering around. So that is the time I used to build my fortune. And we say, a job will give you a salary and some earning to meet your daily needs. But an opportunity will give you a fortune. Ladies and gentlemen, from when we started, it took us 4 months to become directors. And life became so sweet. In 7 months, we were already software directors. And that is when my wife, Pia Rose, fired her boss, TSC. She even started calling it Teacher Suffering Center. That initially it was Teacher Service Commission. Now it became Teacher Suffering Center because she realized that she was literally suffering before. And as software directors, we were earning almost 100,000. We were taken to Windsor Golf and Country Club, life that we had never imagined in our wildest dreams. And I'm sharing this so that you can see how your tomorrow will look like, those who are joining us tonight. And in 1 year's time, we were Ruby directors. Now, the income we were making as one Ruby director, 6-figure income on part-time basis, enabled us to start driving ourselves. I am always excited about that car. I still have it, by the way, in as much as others have come after that. And in 2 years, 11 months, we were able to hit the president team level. 2 years, 11 months. There are some people in this call who will not even take 2 years to become president. Unfortunately, there are some who are destined to become president team members, but they will not join because they don't believe that they can. The fear that is in them is going to hold them, to change them, not to live the life that God has destined them. May God help us that we know that fear doesn't make you any better. And sometimes what you fear is the same thing that was to change your life for good. I call it the fear of the unknown. So that's it. And as president team members, 2013, we were already earning $500,000 in every single month net. As a matter of fact, as I get to towards the end of the presentation, we found ourselves earning 7-figure income when we were 7 years in this business. I didn't come here to be earning 7 figures. I came here just to earn extra income. But you see, once you start the business, it will keep growing and growing and growing. And I want to challenge each one of us here. You better start and fail than to fail to start. Because you never know whether you would have done it in the best way possible than each one of us in this call. Now, when we were 5 years in the business, that is 2015, what the university was paying me as a full-time lecturer in 1 year, I was earning it here in only 1 single month. And I took a pen and a paper, and I wrote a very nice letter thanking the university first, but the second paragraph, firing them, firing my boss. And I have never been in a lecture hall again since January 2016. Now we are enjoying time freedom and financial freedom, ladies and gentlemen, and life has really, really changed. So you can see now the kind of life today. That's my young family there. Every parent wants to give their children the best life possible. So that's myself and my wife. That's the machine there. Some people say that it looks feminine when they look at it in the bonnet. It has some dibbles, you know, the new shape of a Land Cruiser, you know. And you are also joining the best team. This is very interesting because when you join the best team, then you have a high chance of succeeding. It's like going to Starehe Boys Center and someone else goes to Kanyanyene Day Mixed School. Definitely, the guy from Kanyanyene might have it rough to pass the exams, and then Starehe Boys you'll easily pass. So now you can see even the founder, they are giving us their award. And this is for the team, not for Josphat and Piaros. It is for you as a team, signifying that you are joining the best team and you must really succeed. So we've been having those recognitions year in, year out. That was Dubai. And that there is another element here that Elizabeth left for me to just mention, that you travel around the world. You know, before then, where would I travel? To do what? And you know, before you travel, you don't know how sweet traveling is. Now, when I came in here and we became Sapphire directors, we started going to Wind Sangoff and Country Club. That's where we take you when you become a Sapphire director. Then we started flying out of the country. This is where we'll take you for Ruby orientation when you become a Ruby director. Some of you will be Ruby directors in, say, 5, 6, 7 months. Of course, when you join, without joining, you'll be a Ruby director in not time at all. You'll never become one without starting the journey. And this is a pure gold coated hotel, pure gold coated hotel. And that's when you realize that you are also who is who. 2012, we were in Victoria Falls. Those who are with us in some online session we had last week, you saw this gentleman here, Charlie Burton. Now this one we will not shout. Being given a token of appreciation of 21 million Kenya shillings, Kachai. That one I don't want to shout. Ndio unaona naongea kwa kuwanong'onezea. And people are saying uchumi ni mbaya. Uchumi gani mbaya jameni? I mean, the company has all the money. But then you must do the simple things that Elizabeth has shared with us for you to start enjoying that money. So then we went to Grand Hyatt in Dubai. we went to climb to the top of the tallest building in the world. It's called Burj Khalifa, with the founder there and the CEO, Kendra Brasfield. And you know, when you climb such buildings, when you experience this kind of phenomenon, you know, sweet moments, even when you go to heaven and God asks you, how was life down there? You'll be able to really express how sweet it was. You are likely to mention Burj Khalifa, but without traveling, you start talking of KICC. And even God will know that you were quite local. You know, then we went to Mumbai. It's an island in the Indian Ocean. We went with the team members to Cape Town again. I can tell you, so many of these people are right in this call. I can see Lydia Mwesa. I can see Redemptor. I can see Nakanyo Samuel. So many of them. And we were given red carpet recognition. This is what is awaiting you. Now, when I was a lecturer in the university, where would I get a red carpet recognition? For doing what? Then we went to Abu Dhabi again. That is Abu Dhabi Golf Club, welcoming us for dinner at Abu Dhabi Golf Club. Ferrari World, the younger generation here, I'm sure this one rhymes with you so well. You know, Ferrari World is where you get into a roller coaster that moves at a speed of lightning, you know, and you are right inside. And when you are in that kind of speed, all the stress evaporates. You come back to Kenya sober and younger. You can see us enjoying in Yas Water World. Look at this boy and girl. How can they age? I mean, you know, sometimes you look older because of the life that you live. You tiptoe so slowly in life, all the way to the grave. Utaki mambo mengi. Let's get out there. We enjoy life, and we are here to help you. Then we went to see the biggest mosque in the world. When we were there, Pieros was being called Fatuma, and I can't remember who I was being called in those places. Then we went to that Emirates Palace, you know, all that. Look at this, young and old, in Mauritius, Sugar Beach Resort. Although this was Intercontinental Hotel, Sugar Beach Resort was earlier. Then all the president team members, we went to Los Cabos, Mexico, for what we call Diamond Director Lifestyle. Now, all these are presidents. What does that tell you? And I want you to take a moment and you think with me, what would happen if you started today and in a year or two or three, you be amongst these elite group of president team members? You look back and you thank yourself that you started the journey. And then 2019, we went to Abu Dhabi again, even with my own parents. This is my biological father here. Hata ukiangalia kichwa unaweza ona kunafanana, you know. Yeah, this is my biological father. The others are Lydia Mwesa, Florence Okech, and Orao, and all that. So life is sweet. And of course, some appreciation. Whenever you go out, you come back with some token of appreciation. 615,000 at Tukule Mandazi as we are coming back home. We were not used to this kind of a thing. Now, where do you take that? You start budgeting for things that you didn't even have in mind. Now you are stressed. Where do I take the money? Now that's a better stress. And what we are saying in closing is this, ladies and gentlemen, success awaits you, but then you must be that person who doesn't procrastinate. If I were you, what I would do is I would pay right away and I start the journey. You are not sending money to anyone. Just pay directly to the company. You can see the PayPal number there. Those who are very fast moving, you should be in M-Pesa now. Business number 985650. Account number, you put your national ID, and then the amount 8,970. I paid actually less than this that time. And I can tell you for a fact, today, if they said everyone should start the business afresh, and the starting fee is 100,000 Kenya shillings, I would be the first one to start. Because everything I have is because of this opportunity. Now, I can be able to do anything I want to do as long as it requires money. I am no longer limited, and I am not saying that I'm the best. It's only that I came before you. Join us, we'll join hands together, and we'll hold your hand tight, we'll grow you, and let's enjoy life. What is it in life if you cannot live your best life now? By not joining, you will not be making anyone to feel bad, but you'll continue living the life that you have been living. And I'm sure you don't want to continue living that kind of life. But by joining, you'll see yourself achieving one dream after the other, one dream after the other. Let's be meeting in the beaches of the world. If you'll be there to be met. At this point in time, I want to request you to give a call to the person who invited you here, and you ask them one question. Of course, after thank them first for inviting you. Then after that, you ask them, how do I start now? Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless your families. We love you. And we can't wait to see you next time when we have a similar meeting. Thank you so much. God bless you.